Well, how you doing? Um, I come from, as some of you know, a poor family from the South Bronx. I was the only one of the kids in my family who got out of high school. There were five of us. And I've told this story 1,000 times, but I always like it, so I'll tell it again. When I finally got out of high school, and then I served in the Army proudly, came back and with the GI Bill went to college and so on. And at some point at City College of New York, someone said to me, well, what are you going to major in? At the time, I don't think I even knew what it meant to major. But I had worked for many, many years already, from the time I was a kid, with my older brother, who I loved dearly, who was a machinist. I used to work with him, and hard work. He was a hard worker. I found it very hard work. So when they asked me what I want to major in, I said, well, I want to major in something that's as far away from the machine shop as possible. What's the subject that is as far away from a machine shop on 87th Street, 3 sub-basements down, where I used to work while I was going to high school? Get me out of that place. And I think someone said, well, try philosophy. That's as far from the machine. Indeed, it's far from everything. It has nothing to do with anything real. I said, that's for me. That's what I want to do. And so I majored in philosophy at City College. And when I was getting out, someone said, what are you going to do now? I said, I don't know. What do you do after you've gotten a bachelor's degree in philosophy? Well, you get a graduate degree in philosophy. So I applied to some schools, and I used the same reasoning. Someone said, well, where do you want to go to school? I said, I don't know. Where do they take me? And if there is a criteria, an operative criteria at all, I think, I want to go to a place as far from New York City as possible. And people say, that's how you wound up at Stanford? Yes, that's how I wound up in California at Stanford University. I got a PhD, and it turned out I was pretty good at it. So I was teaching, and I sort of loved it, and it seemed odd that they actually paid you for doing this. And not that much at the time, by the way, but they did pay you for doing this. And but as a philosopher, I became more and more something of a critic at the schools that I taught at. And I was critical of lots of things. And one thing I was critical of was education in this city and in this country, how it was done. I didn't think it was done very, very well. And I used to regularly shoot off my mouth about that and tell people that and make noise about that. And somewhere in the 60s, at one of these talks, someone said to me, I remember the experience very vividly, well, if you think that they're doing it all wrong, why the hell don't you try to do it better? And I thought that was a very good thought. It struck me very deeply. And this might sound simple now, some 30, 40 years later, but I decided to drop everything, drop this fiction called philosophy and academic philosophy, and say, okay, I'm going to try to do something better, because I'm a very competitive guy. I mean, it's terrible. I've gotten better as I've gotten older. I said, yeah, there's something to that statement, though it wasn't said in a friendly way, but it hit me and said, if you can't do something better, why the hell don't you shut up? So I spoke to a few people about this, wonderful people, some of whom are still here, others of whom are gone now. And we went out on the street and said, let's make a better educational experience. How? What do you do? Oh, we don't know what you do. Well, where are you going to begin? Where do you get your money from? Where do you get the kids from? What do? Just hold up your hand and say, we're a school, come learn here? And the answer was yes. That is what we did. And we walked the streets, and we talked to more young people, and we said to them again and again and again, how do you want to learn? And they gave many, many answers, but they gave the simplest answer of all. They said, we want to learn in a way that we grow. We want to grow. We desperately want to grow. Because we feel like we've been told and treated as people who can't grow. And we heard that across a spectrum of young people, all kinds of young people. We want to grow. And so we went to work. And we built lots of different things. And somewhere along the way, one of the young people said to us, we want to perform. We want to go on a stage and show people that we have talent. Seemed like a great idea. So we figured out, some of us older folks, how to find a stage. And we found out if you want to have a stage, you got to build it. So you build the stage, and then you say to the young people, come up on it and perform and grow and entertain and think and create. And they haven't stopped coming yet. They come every day, every week, every month, because they're saying, we want to grow. And some of the things that we do are fine, and some are not so fine, but not many of them help us to grow. To me, that's a brief history of the All-Stars. And we had to go find some people who are going to help us to do that. And so, as most of you know, we did that by making phone calls and knocking on doors and going into buildings that we weren't allowed to go into and doing all kinds of things right on the margins of legality. And in the final analysis, we went to these people, business people, wonderful people, dear people, friends, caring people, and we said to them, look at these kids and watch what they're doing. We can make that happen for everybody. And this partnership began, and it began small, and it grew, and the young people made it grow. Yeah, we got some pretty good fundraisers. Our fundraisers are all of you and many others. But we know how to do this. We've learned how to do this. Who taught us all of this are the young people, because they said, build another stage. We have more kids waiting outside who want to get up on that stage and who want to get up on other stages, from Wall Street to Main Street to wherever, to wherever, to wherever. And then I learned from all of this, and I've grown enough to realize that this is what education is about. It's not about a PhD from Stanford, which I loved. I still have a loving relationship to Stanford. It's not about teaching philosophy and abstract ideas, which I love. It's not, that's Stanford calling. Asking for that next check. No, it's not about any of those things. It's about, to me, at this point in my life, helping people to grow. And we went out to corporate America, and I had this crazy idea, because I don't know much about corporate America. I didn't. And I said, I think those people, because they know something about how to grow things, will be excited about helping the kids that we're relating to grow. And you have, and the young people have, and we've all grown together. And it has been nothing but a privilege for me to be with you and to participate with you. So I'm here just to say thank you so much. I'm glad to be retired. And I won't stop calling upon all of us to do what I think all of us have found so growthful, but most of all, for the young people who have grown, helping us to grow. Thank you so much.